Hello. I'm Nancy. I am an internet spokesperson from StartHomeschoolingNow.com. I like to take the next few moments to talk about homeschooling plans. There's something so satisfying about having a plan. When all the pieces of the puzzle come together and you can see the big picture, it's incredibly rewarding. That's how a homeschool mom feels when she has the entire year planned week by week, from math curriculum and language arts to field trips and extracurricular activities. All her days, extra resources, and ideas are all set and ready to be checked off her planner. But how do you go about forging a successful school day planner? It starts with understanding your goals and what you hope to achieve as a homeschooling family. Once you have that figured out, the rest falls into place. So let's take a closer look at how to hammer out a homeschooling plan that works for your family. Are you considering homeschooling? If so, congratulations. You're making one of the best decisions possible for your children. Why do we need a lesson plan? One of the questions homeschoolers wrestle with is how to design a homeschooling plan. Curriculum planning for homeschool can be a daunting task, but it's important to have some kind of plan if you want your homeschooling experience to be a success. So why do we need a lesson plan? There are several reasons. First, a completed plan gives you a roadmap to follow. It ensures that you cover all the necessary subjects and keeps your homeschooling on track. Second, planning helps you stay organized. When you have a plan, you know what you need to do each day and what materials you need to have on hand. All your planning is what will keep homeschool parents focused. What are the elements of a good daily lesson plan? A good homeschool plan should include the following elements: the subject you will be homeschooling that day, the objectives for that subject, what materials you will need, the activities you will do, the time frame for completing the activities. How to start the planning process. The best way to start the homeschool planning process is by figuring out your homeschooling goals. What do you expect to achieve with the next homeschool year? What are your priorities for all the material? Once you have a good understanding of your goals, the rest of the planning process falls into place. Next, you need to map out your homeschool curriculum. This doesn't have to be a daunting task. There are many curricula available that can fit any budget. Choose the curriculum that best meets your needs and fits into your overall plan. Once you have your curriculum in place, it's time to produce a daily plan. Tips for making lesson plans. 1. Spend time on homeschool lesson planning. 2. Figure out homeschooling goals. What do you wish to achieve over the course of the many homeschool days? 3. Choose the lessons that best meets your needs and fits into your overall homeschool plan. 4. Design a daily lesson plan. How long should a homeschool lesson be? One of the questions homeschoolers often ask is, how long should a homeschool lesson be? There's no one-size-fits-all answer to this question, as the length of a homeschool lesson will vary depending on the age and abilities of your children. However, a good rule of thumb is to keep homeschool lessons short and manageable, especially for younger children. 5–10 minutes for preschoolers. 30–45 minutes for elementary grade children. 1–2 hours for a high school students. Now that you know the basics of homeschooling, how do you generate winning lesson plans for homeschooling? Here are a few tips. 1. Start with your homeschooling goals in mind. What fun subjects would you like to achieve for this particular upcoming year? 2. Choose a curriculum that meets your needs and fits into your overall homeschool year. 3. Make a lesson plan that is manageable. Shorter lessons work best for younger children. 4. Make sure your lesson plans are engaging and interesting for your children. 5. Use a variety of teaching methods to keep your children interested. 6. Be flexible. Be prepared to adjust your student planner as needed. 7. Be organized. Have all the necessary materials ready to go before your lesson begins. 8. Use a variety of resources to help you produce a winning teacher's manual, which will give you more freedom. There is no one perfect way to make a homeschooling plan that works for you and your family. Are there lessons planned already for you? If you're looking for a completed plan that is already mapped out for you, consider using one of the many homeschool lesson packages available. These packaged curricula usually come with a lesson plan, teacher materials, and assessments. They can be a great way to get started with homeschooling and take the guesswork out of planning your own homeschool lessons. Creating a homeschooling plan can seem like an intimidating task, but it doesn't have to be. By taking the time to figure out your homeschooling goals and choosing the right curriculum, you can easily create a plan that works for your family. And don't forget to adjust your plan as needed. Flexibility. What do you teach in homeschool kindergarten? One of the most common questions homeschool families have is, what do you teach in homeschool kindergarten? The answer to this question will vary depending on the age and abilities of your child. However, there are a few basics that all preschool students should learn. Reading, writing, and math are essential skills that all students should learn, and preschool is a great time to start to teach these skills. In addition, social and emotional skills should also be taught in kindergarten. This includes things like how to get along with others. Homeschooling can be a great way to give your child a personalized education that meets their individual needs. By taking the time to design a homeschooling plan, you can make sure that your child receives the best possible homeschool education. What should a kindergarten homeschool schedule look like? A homeschool kindergarten schedule will vary depending on the age and abilities of your child. However, there are a few basic things that all preschool homeschool students should learn. Homeschooling a preschool, first and foremost, should focus on developing a solid foundation in basic subjects. This includes reading, writing, and arithmetic abilities. Students should also learn about topics including history, science, and social studies in kindergarten homeschooling. How long does it take to create a homeschool curriculum? The amount of time it takes to generate a homeschool curriculum will vary depending on your abilities and the level of detail you want in your plan. However, most homeschooling parents find that creating a detailed homeschool plan can take anywhere from several hours to several days. Once your plan is created, you can use it as a foundation for all your homeschool lessons. One of the most important things to keep in mind when creating a homeschool plan is that it should be tailored to your individual family's needs. Be sure to take into account the age and abilities of your students, as well as your own teaching style. The best way to design a plan that works for you is to start with a blank slate and build it up gradually. Don't be afraid to change your plan as needed. Teachers should be flexible so that they can adapt to the special needs of their families. One way to make homeschooling less daunting is to use a pre-made homeschool lesson plan. This can take the guesswork out of what you should teach each day and can help you stay organized. If you're looking for homeschooling lesson plans that are already mapped out for you, consider using one of the many homeschool lesson packages that are available. These packages can be a great way to get started with homeschooling and take the guesswork out of planning your own curriculum. When creating your homeschool plan, it's important to remember that it should be tailored to your individual family's needs. Don't feel like you have to follow someone else's plan. Instead, use it as a guide and make adjustments as needed. By taking the time to fashion your own homeschooling plan, you can ensure that your child receives a personalized education that meets their individual needs. How can I get free homeschool supplies? One of the benefits of homeschooling is that you can often get free homeschool supplies. This includes things like textbooks, curricula, and even educational software. There are a number of ways to get free homeschool supplies. Search an online site for homeschool swap groups or homeschool co-ops. These groups are a great way to get access to homeschool materials at no cost. Contact local homeschooling groups or churches. Many times these groups will have a surplus of homeschool materials that they are willing to donate to new homeschooling families. Ask friends and family members if they have any homeschool materials that they are no longer using. Chances are, they will be more than happy to donate them to you. Search an online homeschool auction site. There are a number of websites that allow homeschooling parents to auction off their unused homeschool materials. This can be a great way to get access to high-quality homeschool supplies at a fraction of the cost. How can I homeschool online for free? If you're looking for a way to homeschool online for free, there are a number of options available. One of the best ways to homeschool online for free is to use open-source homeschool curricula site. This includes homeschooling curricula that are free for download and use. There are also a number of websites that offer free homeschooling courses. By taking advantage of these resources, you can homeschool online for free without having to purchase any additional materials. Another option for homeschooling online for free is to use online homeschool resources. There are a number of websites that offer free educational materials, including worksheets and lesson plans. You can also find online textbooks and other educational materials. By taking advantage of these resources, you can homeschool online for free without having to purchase any additional materials. In conclusion, when homeschooling, having a plan is essential. This includes understanding your goals and what you hope to achieve as a homeschooling family. Once you have that figured out, the rest falls into place. So let's take a closer look at how to start planning a homeschooling planner that works for core subjects. There are many ways to homeschool for free, including by taking advantage of open-source homeschool curricula or online homeschool resources. By taking advantage of these fun resources and free printable, you can fabricate a complete plan that works for your schedule and school year. Thank you for exploring our homeschooling planner. We hope it was informative. Please remember to like, share and comment. I'm Nancy from Start Homeschooling Now.